Book of Heaven, Volume 2, October 28th, 1899. Who am I and who are you? This morning, my lovable Jesus came in the middle of a light and looking at me as though penetrating me everywhere, so much so that I felt annihilated. He told me,
"Who am I and who are you?"
These words penetrated me deep into the marrow of my bones, and I could see the infinite distance that passes between the infinite and the finite, between the all and the nothing. Not only this, but I could also see the malice of this nothing and how it had covered itself with mud. It seemed to me as like a fish that swims in the water. So was my soul swimming in rot, amid worms and many other things, which are fit only for striking horror to the sight. Oh God, what an abominable sight! My soul would have wanted to flee before the sight of God thrice holy, but with two more words he binds me, and these are, "What is my love for you, and what is your requital for me?" Now, while at the first words I would have wanted to flee, frightened from his presence, at these second words, "What is my love for you?" I found myself sunken, bound by his love from all sides. So my existence was a product of his love. If this love ceased, I would no longer exist. It seemed to me that the beats of my heart, my intelligence, and even my breath were a product of his love. I was swimming in him, and even if I wanted to flee, it seemed impossible for me to do it, because his love surrounded me everywhere. My love then seemed like a little drop of water thrown into the sea, which disappears and can no longer be distinguished. How many things I comprehended, but if I wanted to tell them, I would be too long. Then Jesus disappeared, and I was left all confused. I saw myself all sin, and in my interior I implored forgiveness and mercy. After a little while, my only good came back. I felt all soaked with bitterness and sorrow for my sins, and he told me,
"My daughter, when a soul is convinced that she has done evil in offending me, she already performs the office of Magdalene, who bathed my feet with her tears, anointed them with balm, and dried them with her hair. When the soul begins to look into herself at the evil she has done, she prepares a bath for my wounds. In seeing her evil, she receives bitterness and feels sorrow for it, and by this she comes to anoint my wounds with a most exquisite balm. From this knowledge, the soul would want to make a reparation, and in seeing her past ingratitude, she feels love arise within her toward a God so good, and she would want to lay down her life to attest her love. And this is the hair which, like many gold chains, binds her to my love."
Thank you for being a part of our community here at Divine Will app. If you enjoy listening to Jesus' lessons on how to live in the divine will, please give this video a thumbs up. Your likes help us reach more souls yearning to live in the kingdom of the divine will. We'd love to hear your thoughts and reflections, so drop a comment below. Your insights not only enrich our community, but also inspire others on their spiritual journey. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. By joining us, you're helping to spread the news of the kingdom of the divine will, so that together we can bring his kingdom to reign on earth as it is in heaven. In the divine will, always.